everybody, it's Isis the Mom here. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram at Isis the Mom __ and on TikTok at Isis the Mom. So I wanted to start this YouTube. It's been a couple of months since I posted. I know that, but life happens. Let's just be honest. I'm a mom and I be having a lot of shit going on. Point blank period. Okay, I'm gonna keep it raw in here, real, and I'm gonna be very transparent. Ain't no sugarcoating nothing. Like, I'm being me and I'm telling you how I am and how I handle things and do things, okay? So I want to start this series. It's going to be called The Wine Down. We're going to sip our wine, okay? So go get y'all a bottle of wine and we're going to sip this wine and answer some questions together. So these series of questions is going to come from my TikTok. If you go follow me on TikTok, I do have quite a few followers, and every time I post a video, I always get questions about, you know, a variety of things, okay? So I decided to make a series of YouTube videos answering those questions. I don't know if y'all watched my last video, but I am from Detroit, Michigan. I moved to Houston, Texas a little over a year ago, so last April of 2021. I relocated here to Houston. Reason being is because I was just unhappy back at home. It was just too much going on, and you know, everybody want a change of scenery, everybody want new beginnings, and that's pretty much how I felt. It was just too much going on back in Detroit, and I just had to get the fuck away, okay? Okay. So, fast forward, let's answer these questions. That was just a little bit about myself. I am a Detroit girl, 313. Shout out to y'all. I still love my city, but god damn it, I got some memories there, okay? So let's pour our wine. Now, every video, I'm gonna have a different wine. This is Stella Rosa Blackberry. I never had this, so let's pour our wine and let's sip and answer these questions, okay? So I'm just going to answer 4 questions today. I don't want to talk y'all to death, but I'm going to try to be all entertaining and all that extra shit, okay? So let's go. Question number 1 I pulled from my TikTok comments is, what was the first step you took on looking for a home? The first step that I took is, number 1, I planned a visit here to Houston. So I spent the whole weekend in Houston, Friday, Saturday, and left Sunday. And literally every day I went apartment searching, like every day, okay? Like all day. I want to say I probably toured a total of like 10 apartments. And I just kind of tried to explore the area and see what was around, and you know, just ask questions like, how is the school district, is it a family oriented like town, and you know, XYZ. Every day I went to go visit at least maybe like 3 apartments a day. Once I got back to Detroit, I kind of figured out where I wanted to stay. So after I chose, you know, which apartment I wanted, I just kind of called them and asked, so what's the credit requirements, or what's the background requirements, you know, stuff like that, and how much is the security deposit going to be, and all of that stuff, okay? So to answer the question, I planned to visit here, spend my weekend in Houston, apartment search till I was tired of it, okay? And then I went back home and chose where I wanted to stay, weighed out the pros and cons, and set a deadline, and I was out that bitch, okay? Don't procrastinate. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you do it and set a deadline on when you want to leave, and that's what I did. Let's take a sip of wine. Y'all know Stella Rosa tastes like juice. What's the percentage of alcohol in here? It'd be good though. It'd be good. No cap. So, okay. Anyway, question number 2. Did you have to do any legal paperwork to relocate your kids? Let me make a disclaimer, y'all. I am not a lawyer. I am not here to give any legal advice. So this is what I did. Don't listen to Isis, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is what I did. At the time when I moved here, or getting ready to move here, I only got along with one of the dads. My kids have 2 different dads. And my oldest daughter dad, he lives in Atlanta. So it wasn't difficult for me to move. I just had to ask permission from the court. Wait, rewind. You have to ask permission and things like that if the child father is on child support, which they both are. So I had to kind of notify the court when I was going, when I was leaving. So for my oldest daughter, yes, I did ask for permission to leave the state, and I was approved in like a week. It was a fast, easy process. Now the second daddy, me and him was not getting along, not to put my business out there, but he was MIA, out of her life for a few months. So I took it as I was not about to wait for him to come and be a daddy. I wasn't about to sit around and wait in Michigan and be unhappy. Like, oh, I'm just going to wait. Maybe he'll be a dad one day. No. So I even texted him and told him I was moving to Texas, and it just went downhill. Like, it didn't work out, but I left anyway. So don't try to pop up now when I'm getting ready to move, okay? So when I moved, was it a whole situation? Absolutely. And I'm not saying it was easy, but I had to do what I had to do. So take and do what you will with the information, but that's what I did. I notified one dad, the other dad, I just dipped out, okay? But I had my reasonings behind it. I wasn't doing it to be spiteful. I wasn't doing it to be evil or anything like that. I had to do what I had to do. So again, I'm not here to give any legal advice, so do as you please with the information. Number 3, third question. Okay, this is the third question that I've seen in my comments that I got asked quite often. What do you do about childcare and babysitting? So as far as childcare or choosing a school for my daughter to go to, one daughter was in daycare and my other daughter was starting kindergarten. So of course my kindergarten went to a public school. I moved to the suburbs because I cared about the school district. So the school district that she was at was a great school district. So that's that. As far as daycare, I went to go visit quite a few daycares that was in my area, and I chose, you know, whichever one was the best one that I liked for my child. Now, as far as babysitting, I went on care.com, and I know there's a lot of crazy people out there. I know how moms feel about people watching their kids, and I had that same issue, but I just had to kind of overcome my fears and put trust in somebody if I wanted to have a life outside of my kids. And I feel like that is so important, to have a life outside of your kids, or you're gonna drive yourself crazy. So number one, I have cameras in my house. I have 3 cameras in my house, so that made me feel more comfortable. But I found one reliable babysitter on care.com, and my kids love her. Like, whenever she walked through the door, they run into her, they harassing her all day, like, you know. And I like her. I don't get any bad vibes from her, and she's cool to me. So I only have one reliable babysitter that I found on care.com, and that is what I did. So to answer question number 3 about childcare, you know, choosing a public school for my daughter and babysitting, that's how I handled that situation. And this question, I gotta sip my wine, okay? Hold on. Because Lord Jesus, this generation these days, I don't know what's wrong with our generation, y'all, but hell no, okay? This is question number 4. How is the dating life in a new state? Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question because, listen, I came from a city where Detroit men are completely different from the guys here in Houston, or just even the swag here, the way they talk, it's just like completely different from in Detroit. So to answer this question, I would just say you have to get out, and you know, it's okay to date. It's okay to go on different dates with other guys, or, you know, going out to the bar or even to the coffee shop, whatever it is to go meet a guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So as far as the dating life in a new state, I would just get up and have some you time, like have some me time, and get out there and kind of explore. There's nothing wrong with dating, or, you know, seeing what different guys are about and X, Y, and Z. There's nothing wrong with that. Have I done that personally? I ain't gonna answer that question. That's none of y'all business. But to be real, yeah, but do as you please, okay? It's nothing wrong. Again, it's nothing wrong with going out and exploring a little bit. Like, why not? Go on dates. Like, that's what you're supposed to do, so you can know what you like. Like, don't be all ashamed because you got 2 kids, or you got a kid, or even 3 kids, however many kids you got. There's somebody out there for y'all, okay? It's nothing wrong with being a single mama with kids. Some guys like that shit, okay? So get your ass out and date. So that was all the questions. I'm only going to do 4 questions. Again, I don't want to talk y'all to death. Sometimes it's hard for me to respond to every question on my TikTok with paragraphs, or like people DMing me on Instagram and things like that. It's like a lot to text sometimes and respond to. So I figured to just come on here and make a video. So please like and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see some more videos of me answering more questions, and I'm going to do other things as well. But for now, make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, and please stay tuned for part 2 of the wind down. Thank you.